toning it down a bit. My camera.
Oh, would you stop it? It looks
Shall
horrible now.
I go black and white?
It looks horrible now.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It really
No,
does.
it doesn't. No, it's fine.
No, it looks bad. It really does. Stop messing with it.
Shut up, it's fine.
No, it looks bad.
What if I do this?
It looks horrible. Dude, it
No,
looks...
I'm making it worse.
Oh my god. Stop touching it. It looks bad, man. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Geekcast. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by my best friends in all the land.
What's up, Bobby? Let me join your company.
What's that?
Sorry, I spoke over you.
No, that's fine. I just didn't hear you.
Yeah, I'm enjoying your company today, Bobby.
Oh, are you? Wow, that's lovely. What's I don't know. What? How's your week been?
It's been fine, thanks. How's your week been?
Not bad. Not bad. I got a cold lingering still. My back is killing me.
Oh.
So it's like hurting me to sit here. But
yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Bobby.
Oh, this week you're sorry to hear that. Last week you didn't care. Last week you were like, whatever, I don't care.
I don't have a headache this week, so.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
So let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our Geek Outs. Toby, what are you geeking out about?
I'm geeking out about the greatest bits. Now, the greatest bits are a band. I guess they're a band or a musician at least, and they make sort of covers and remixes of classic video game soundtracks, and you can find them on Spotify. And a few notable ones. They've got some really nice Sonic music on there, and you know what? Don't go hard because Sonic actually has some of the best music from the 16-bit era.
Oh, stop it!
It has.
Stop it!
It actually has.
Oh, please stop! For the love of God!
Even if you don't like the Sonic games, you will love the music, especially for the greatest bits. So I highly recommend that. They've also got some really nice Mario 3 music. Final Fantasy, they got all sorts of good music on there. I highly recommend you checking it out. The greatest bits.
Let's not say we did. The problem is that you think because you're British, you know a lot about music. That's the problem.
I do, bro. I probably know more than you. No, actually, no. You're older than me, so you've got.
Oh, dude, why you gotta take shots? Oh my God, no, that's fine. You know, it was funny because I was just watching a thing on Netflix. It's like a retrospect of the '80s, and it's like a 5 or 6 part series. And the one episode I just watched before I came down here was MTV, and how there was a huge British invasion during the '80s of like all these different British bands that came, to the United States and stuff, and after, because they were talking about how John Lennon died in 1980, and then right after that there was a huge British invasion of all these groups coming in and stuff, and so.
Do you like 80s music?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
I love 80s music.
I was a kid during that time, so it's like, to me, it just takes me back to a different time,
Well, I didn't live through the 80s. I was born in 1989, but I still love all 80s music. It's brilliant. Hall and Oates are...
Constantly taking jabs.
Honestly, Bobby,
I didn't live through the 80s. Listen, Hall & Oates is amazing. They really are a good band. There's my dad told me about oh my God, Daryl Hall has a YouTube channel.
Really?
I think it's called Daryl's House, and he actually has like a studio in his house, and he'll bring these people over to his house, like these different artists, and he'll interview them and stuff, and then next thing you know, they start riffing, they start collaborating and stuff and playing music and stuff, and I love Hall & Oates, man. They were amazing. I like the Police.
Yeah,
the Police is one of my favorite bands of the 80s.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bands. Duran Duran I loved. There was so many.
I was going to say Duran Duran's brilliant.
I took you for a George Michael kind of guy, or Boy George.
No. Wham.
Yeah,
No, thanks.
Wham. That's why I think I like Adam Sandler movies so much, because he always has like a lot really good 80s soundtracks in a lot of his movies. So anyway, myself, I'm geeking out about the awesomeness that is Mario Kart 8 that's coming next week. I can't wait to play this game. I really can't. I not so much for the racing, because I think I've raced unbelievably so much. I mean, I put like 160 hours into that game. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about the battle mode. I can't wait to get in there. And what has me excited too is I'm hoping that at E3 we get like announcement about DLC tracks. Yeah, like I hope that this isn't the end. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't, I'm cool with battle mode DLC. I just want more tracks, man. Yeah. I like that we're getting Splatoon. The ink.
Dry Bones is back.
Yes, I don't care about Dry Bones.
I love Dry Bones.
I use Yoshi. I use Yoshi all the time. Mm-hmm. Specifically Black Yoshi now.
Is that a race thing or?
No, I just like him. He's cool looking. I don't know, because when the DLC came out, they gave you all them different colored Yoshis.
Yeah,
and Shy Guys.
Yeah, I like Shy Guys. Yeah.
And I, for some reason, I like the black. Sean Capri, stop! Why are you texting me like every 2 seconds? My thing is blowing up over here.
Does he want in on the podcast?
I don't know. I should say that. Like, do you just want to get on the podcast, Sean? And watch. I'm gonna be like, Sean, I'm trying to podcast.
I traded in my Wii U copy of Mario Kart 8 today, and the guy in the shop was like, as soon as I said to him, how much can I get trade-in value for this? He was like, let me guess, you're trading it in for the Switch version. And I was like, yeah.
So wait, you traded in your Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't play my Wii U anymore, and I'm going to have the same game.
Oh, I forgot.
A better version of the same game on my Switch.
I forgot you hate the Wii U. My bad.
Yeah, I do.
You are a mess. You are not cool at all.
I just think, what's the point in owning two versions of that game, and one's on a superior console and the other's not? So.
Well, I kept it because we occasionally still do play. Although, no, that's wrong. I did trade it in, but that's because I have it already digitally downloaded on my Wii U.
Oh, so you had multiple copies.
I had multiple copies, so I didn't get rid of it. I'm excited. I really am. Like, right off Jump Street, I'm planning on doing a Monday night. I'm going to stream on Twitch. I'm going to call it Mario Kart Mondays. Every Monday, I'm going to stream. I'm going to try to, anyway. Stream for 2 hours. First hour will be races. Second hour will be battle mode. And then Saturdays, I want you to commit to doing some races.
Yeah, I'd love to join him on Saturdays.
We'll do it earlier in the day, so this way, in my day, so this way we'll get some people from the UK and all that stuff and get you kind of included in this, because you are a good racer. It'd be nice to see you go against some of the better guys and see what you can do.
Yeah.
I know Sean would definitely jump in with us and and all that stuff. So, what are you playing, Toby?
Just more Zelda. That's pretty much it. I'm up Death Mountain at the moment. Mm-hmm. I'm hunting butterflies, and it's driving me crazy.
You know what, man? Stop it. Start playing the game.
I know I don't.
This nonsense is annoying me. Start playing the game.
I'm doing side quests and shrines and stuff at the same time, but I've got this impulse in me to want to upgrade my armor to the max. I know I don't need to because it's not exactly hard, but I'm hunting butterflies at the moment. It's driving me nuts.
It's driving me nuts. Yeah. It's I can't believe.
I can't believe I've been sort of programmed into sneaking around hunting these butterflies that are so hard to find. I found a patch where there's a few, and I keep going back to it, but First it was lizards, fireproof lizards, and I'm done with that now. Now I'm on butterflies, and they're so hard to see.
So the fireproof lizards, I get. I understand because you need that, because you need the armor for that. But this, no. Stop it.
To upgrade my fire armor, I need...
Why do you need to upgrade your fire armor?
Because I'm obsessed.
Stop it. Get on with the game.
I know.
Go beat the Divine Beast, and then get your butt over to Ganon.
I just don't want the game to end.
Oh, it doesn't have to end just because you beat it. I'm still putting time in. I'm still playing it. Alan Paxton is still playing it. I got to give you credit. 600 Korok seeds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is insanity.
What you don't realise, Bobby, is after I've beat the Divine Beast on Death Mountain, before I go to Ganon, I'm getting all the Guardian armor that's going to cost me a ton of rupees.
I've already got the Guardian armor.
Well, I'm getting it all, and I'm getting all the weapons as well. It's going to cost me a ton. So even after I beat Death Mountain, I'm going to be roaming the world, gathering stuff to sell so I can afford all this stuff.
How many memories do you have?
Not even all of them. I've got to get them as well.
They're the ones. That's what you need to focus on. Go beat Death Mountain, go work on the memories, and go beat Ganon. And then guess what? Then you can just relax and play the game at your own pace and just enjoy.
Well, I am just enjoying it, but you keep beavering me.
I'm over here recording spoiler casts with other people because you're taking your time. You and Sean, I have to do a special edition without you guys. I have to bring in the likes of Mark Carabin.
That's disgraceful.
It is disgraceful that you and Toby, you and Sean, forgetting who I'm yelling at here. Myself, I've been playing Wonder Boy.
Dude, that game looks cool, man.
Oh my god, dude. It is so much fun. It's hard. It's not easy, but it is so much fun. Looks gorgeous. Really, really enjoying that game. I'm glad I bought that game. That was Todd Oxtra. He pushed that a little bit. I've seen him post it a few times in different groups, and it got me hyped up to play it. It's a lot of fun. I like, too, like, if I click a button, I think it's the RZ button, the trigger, it switches between the old 8-bit and then this.
I love games that do that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I tell you what I did buy, actually, that I'll be playing this week, hopefully. I got, because there's a PlayStation Easter sale on at the moment, and I got Dragon Age Inquisition Deluxe Edition for, I think it was £2.50 on the PlayStation Store, and that's meant to be worth £65, I think.
Let's have a real conversation here. Screw this nonsense.
What?
So we played Rocket League last week.
Yeah.
Last Sunday, was it? We played?
Yeah.
And I came late because I was being sick. I took medicine and knocked me out. Dude, I had so much fun playing that game. It was me, you, Drummy, and P. Just wrecking it. P, you know what? P is like the silent assassin, dude. He just hangs low, you forget that he's there, and then bang, he makes this amazing play that like either saves the game or helps us or whatever, and it's just like, and he's just like low-key, he's like, hey, no problem. Dude, I love P. P is awesome.
Yeah, P's a quiet one. He's very good at that game. He plays it a lot on his own.
I like it. I like it a lot. Dude, I'm like chomping at the bit. I want to play more. We need to play more.
Yeah.
I hope it comes to Switch. I really do. There's talks about it. But man, I know that I'm late to the party on this. Like, I played it a little bit when it launched, really didn't get into it. For some reason, playing with you guys Sunday, like, got me hyped up, man. It was so much fun. I scored the game-winning goal.
Yep.
Last second at the game. That was fun. I didn't realize that the spikes, the ball actually stuck to me.
Yeah, with the power-ups.
Yeah, and then I I just drove into the goal, and it I just happened to be over there trying to get the ball to go in, and then I realized it stuck to me. But that was a blast, man. So much fun. We got to do that again, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
So, let's dip into the Geek Guru, Nintendo Guru Facebook group for a second here. Let's see. Jeremy Swarlos Branda. He said he just spent a little under $800 on a new computer, motherboard, RAM, power supply, heat sink for my PC. My roommate is getting me a video card. Looks like I'm back into the PC master race. I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Part of me wants to play PC games sometimes. And then the other part's like, I just don't want to be bothered with having to upgrade all the time and do all this stuff. Like, I mean, he spent $800 to get his stuff, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, dude, you know how much stuff I could buy with $800? Like, and that's the problem. Like, you buy that, and then, like, 6 months, 8 months later, it's all obsolete. And, like, there's better stuff out that quickly. So...
I wouldn't say it's obsolete.
Well, not obsolete, but there's in terms of, like, the best, of having the best stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's like mobile phones. You know, every year your phone is outdated.
Yeah.
So,
that's, I mean, outdated.
Yeah.
So the next one, I love this. Jen Number. We love Jen. She is awesome. But did you see that, like, she actually shot video of taking her kids to Target?
Oh, yeah.
And
with the shopping cart.
Yeah, with the shopping cart. They walk through the door and the Mario Kart music plays as you go through the door. And, like, the Target has these gigantic red balls out front. And they got them wrapped like Mario and Luigi. Like,
Amazing.
I love that. And then the carts are actually designed to look like the carts from the game. I love the marketing that Nintendo is doing here. And
it's
how
clever.
It is. It really is. I mean, when you consider, like, the Wii U... They kind of did nothing like this. Like, the same game hit the Wii U. They did nothing like this. This is like... Dude, they put... This reminds me of the Wii. Where... I think they were just cocky with the Wii U. I think they just thought, like, people were like, hey, we're Nintendo. Or, you know, people were just going to be like, oh my god, it's Nintendo, I gotta buy it. And that's not what happened. And they're going back to basics, you know, like, in terms of, like, marketing and stuff. Like, you look at what they did with the Wii, where they just kept pounding you, like, constantly. Like, every time I watch TV, there'd be commercials, them two Japanese guys, like, coming to the front door saying, we would like to play, and all that stuff, and that whole marketing campaign, and all that stuff they did, like, it's back. Like, I watch wrestling every week, like, 2, 3, 4 times an episode of Monday Night Raw, there's commercials for the Switch. And it's not like, they did a commercial with John Cena, but they don't have that commercial in there. You know what I mean? It's kids playing Mario Kart and all this different stuff. Like, it's so well done, I feel like, the marketing. And this is just another example. Like, here's Mario Kart coming next week, and they're, like, doing something that you just, like, you go, wow, this is amazing.
It feels like they're actually making an effort this time, because I don't remember seeing any Wii U game adverts on TV. And since the Switch has been out, I've seen so many adverts on TV. Every time I'm on YouTube throughout the day, I see 10, 12 Switch adverts. I hear adverts about Mario Kart. You've got your Target shopping thing with Mario Kart, and it's just, you know, there's no lack of exposure of this console.
I agree. Brendan Myers, he put just bought these in anticipation of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and having some of my friends wanting to play. We'll give my opinion when I get them. And basically what they are is they're grips for the Joy-Cons. So if you turn the Joy-Cons to the side, you could play as a controller, everybody knows. But these actually, then you grab these and you drop them into, like, and it looks almost like a Pro Controller. It has the grips on them and stuff. I gotta tell you, before the Switch launched, I showed these to Sean. I was going to buy them. And he made fun of me. He's like, they are the stupidest things I've ever seen. And I didn't buy them. Just because of what Sean said to me. And I think they're like $12. They're not that expensive. But I'm curious to see what Brendan says about them and how he feels about them. Jim Clarita, he says, that feeling you have when you go to the local McDonald's, that feeling you have when your local McDonald's manager tells you they have all the Mario toys in the back, but they can't sell any of them until they sell out the Smurf toys first.
No.
So then the funny thing is, the one comment that's on there is from Chris Ticehurst, Nintendo Ninja News, and he says, in quotations, man buys over 300 Smurf toys to get Mario toys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, that's heartbreaking.
That is. What is this that you posted? Toby Thornton. One for the N64 fans out there, HCP has a new album out.
Yeah, Hot Chocolate Party. They're like a comedy music band and
okay.
Comedy band and yeah, they did a couple of Wii U raps. They did a Luigi Death Stare rap, and now they've got a Blow on Your Cartridge rap about N64 cartridges, and it's just really cool. They've made a video of it, and they've made it look like like an old school 90s music video. So like all the effects are there and everything. It's really, really cool. So
that's funny.
You should check it out.
Last one I want to bring up, because this is kind of maybe a topic we could discuss real quick. So Matt South says, I've hit the point in Horizon where it's time for me to go to the final battle, but there are so many side quests still to do. I fought this, but I finally made the decision to finish the game and not 100% it like I originally planned to, because it's time to move on to something else like Persona 5, Breath of the Wild, or Nier. In my heart, I think I will come back and finish these side quests, but in my mind, I know I never will, just like The Witcher. What games have made you do this in the past, and has anyone going back and finished quests in your chosen game, or have you moved on like I know I will? So has there ever been any games that like you've stepped away with, to go play something else, and you wanted to go back and finish it, but you just thought,
Well, to be honest, I don't really finish games very often.
This is true.
That's not really a problem that I have, because, if I start to get tired of a game or something else catches my attention, then I'll move on. And, if a game starts to feel like a slog, if I'm trying to mop up every icon on the map and it's becoming less enjoyable, then at that point I feel like I should just move on. So
So recently I've done that with 2 games, but I didn't even beat them. I stepped away thinking like, I'm going to go play something else. I'll come back to this, and I never did. The first one was Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Mm-hmm.
I even did the same thing with the original Xenoblade Chronicles. Loved the game, had so much fun, but the other games were coming that I just dipped into, and I was like, I'll go back to this, and I just never did.
Yeah.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions was another one. I was enjoying, was having a really good time with it, and something else came along, and I was just like, I'm going to just stop for a minute, and I'm going to go play this, and I just never went back. And part of me really hopes that Tokyo Mirage Sessions comes to the Switch, because I would love to get it again and play it, because I feel like, and if you realize, or if you recognize, in both of those cases that I give, it's big RPGs, and I think that's what kind of helped me with Zelda, was the fact of like, I was able to go and play while I was away, and I would continue playing and chomping away at this game when I wasn't able to just sit in front of the TV. There's a different mindset, at least for me, where when I get into these big open world games or these big RPGs, it's hard to dedicate that many hours in front of the TV. Sometimes I can get on those runs and just put a lot of time in and no big deal, like Mario Kart, like Splatoon. But that's more of a casual thing, and you just feel that way. But like, when I always felt like RPGs were better played, like Fire Emblem. I crushed those games because I could play them on the go. But if I had to sit there in front of the TV, I don't know that I could do that the whole time. That's kind of why I'm excited about the new Fire Emblem going to be on Switch. Because I just think that like it'll be fun to play that game on the TV, but also to be able to keep going as I walk away. So I love RPGs, I really do. I just don't have the time like I used to when I was younger, and that's what I feel like this would be a good thing if they could bring some stuff over. But that would probably be mine, and so I totally know where he's at. I'm not going to 100% Zelda. I know that. I would love to. I would love to go back and do it and try to 100%, but I know I'm not. I'm going through and I'm picking stuff now, but then I like dip away and go play like Wonder Boy or I Am Setsuna, and then I go back to Zelda, and it's back and forth and all that stuff. I Am Setsuna's probably one, definitely. I probably won't beat it. I love it. I think it's a great game, but it's the constant back and forth, Zelda keeps drawing me back for whatever reason. It's a great game, that's why. All right, let's jump into some topics here, shall we? So, with the rumors of the SNES, SNES for you, classic.
Yep.
I basically wanted to do 5 games. You started to be a tool bag and made me do 10.
Well, I didn't want overlaps. So,
yeah, that's fine. So, how do you want to do this? Because we'll
just take turns. Just go back and forth.
Okay. I'm sure that we're going to have some overlap. So I'll let you go first because I'm sure some of the stuff I have, you have, but we'll see, and then we'll go from there. So what's your first game?
Let's start off with the must-haves.
Okay.
So I've bought this game with me. This is A Link to the Past.
Yeah. Formerly my favorite Zelda game of all time.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I think even now, after Breath of the Wild, this still has more of a special place in my heart.
Breath of the Wild has a more special place for me now. I love that game. I will always love that game. But Breath of the Wild just took the top spot for me in terms of Zelda. I really love that game. But with Link to the Past, I've said this numerous times, like me growing up in that era, and I played the original Zelda on the NES, and then when Zelda 2 came out, it was such a deviation from the original game. And I think they just wanted that original game so badly that when they finally went back to that top-down style, but just with great graphics, it was like, oh, this is so much fun. This is so awesome. And that style stayed with them for a very long time. That was like the trademark, for Zelda games to come, from there on out. For me, my first game is going to be Super Mario Brothers World.
Super Mario World.
Yeah. You can't not have this game on there. That's obvious. There's no way it can't be. Another great game, just a great classic game, And
I think that is the best 2D Mario game.
You're wrong. Super Mario Bros. 2 is the best, but go ahead.
I know you think that.
No, you know what? It's in terms of style, graphics, music, all that stuff. That is a really great game. It really is. I like it better than 3. I think it's much better than 3. 2 just has a soft spot in my heart because I just love so much stuff that carried over in future games from 2. But definitely World is way up there for me too as well. Yeah,
World introduced the feather with the cape so you could get flying, and that really opened the levels up. The introduction of Yoshi was just an amazing thing. There's so much character in that game. All the enemies, you've got the charging chucks. There's just so much to love about that game.
And wasn't it... They originally wanted Yoshi for Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah.
But they couldn't figure out how to make it work for Yoshi or for Mario to ride Yoshi. So then they switched it and they went to... they pushed it off until World. And that's where they introduced him. Yeah. What's your third game?
So I was going to bring Yoshi's Island in... because I love Yoshi's Island. No. But since we got Mario World in there, I'm going to just put that to one side.
Yeah, don't. That's a horrible game. That's a horrible game.
I love Yoshi's Island.
That's a horrible game. That crying baby makes me want to slam my whole console down.
You just got to get good and not lose Mario.
No, please. It's horrible. Horrible. Stop.
The art style in that game is amazing. The music
style is amazing. That little baby Mario is a pain in the arse. It is bad.
All right, so my next game is Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
No.
Yes. This is one of the best fighting games ever. The sprite work in this is amazing. The music is amazing. It's so well balanced. This is just an amazing game. I have so much fond memories.
My question to you is, are you going to buy Ultra on the Switch?
I'm thinking about it.
I have it pre-ordered. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
That is probably I'm just joking. That is probably my favorite fighting game as well. I just love that game. I put so many hours into that game. It was a phenomenal game back in the day. For me, I'm going to go Chrono Trigger.
Good choice.
Chrono Trigger was a really fantastic game. It was a super group put together, back in the 80s to just make a brand new, different style role-playing game, and it was amazing. The music was awesome. The time travel element, there's like 20 different endings to that game. So good. It is so good. So that would be mine.
That's a good choice.
Yeah,
I don't have any RPGs on my list.
I have a couple.
There's a couple that I'm thinking about. If we do a part 2 to this, then I'll definitely bring those up.
Mm-hmm.
So my next game is Castlevania 4.
You really like that game?
I do like this game.
Yeah.
Do you not like it?
No, I don't. I was never really big into Castlevania. I think it's funny because I've recently gotten into Castlevania.
Yeah.
The NES Classic, maybe.
Well, I've never really been into it either, but I love that one.
And that's what I'm getting ready to say. At the time, I didn't get it because I wasn't into Castlevania.
Yeah.
I liked Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. I beat it. But that was totally different than the original. Recently, I gone back to play the original. I really like it. I really like it a lot. So I would definitely be interested to have that on a...
I mean, I think it's a really good Super Nintendo game. Yeah. It's got a lot of upgrades to the NES ones. The way you can swing the whip in any direction and grab onto things and swing, and the music and just the boss fights. It's really a quality game.
That's good. That's definitely good. It's crazy because you know what? No, it's not. Super Metroid definitely has to be there.
Definitely, I knew that you'd pick that.
Definitely has to be there. No doubt about it.
Unquestionable.
Probably the best Metroid game ever.
Metroid Prime's better.
No, it's not. Metroid Prime is overrated. Stop it. Just people are going to hate me on that one, and that's fine. Joey Ferris, how you doing? I'm not a fan of Metroid Prime.
Well, you get motion sick though with first person shoot.
Yeah, that's why, and that's the problem with it. That's what takes me out of it, and I can't play it. So sadly, otherwise, although if they do bring it to Switch, I hope that they run it better. I hope it runs 60 frames because then maybe I can play it and give it a shot. I tried it again on the Wii U when they did the trilogy. I couldn't. I was getting sick again playing it. So that sadly I can't do that. Again, this is your final game, right? Your 5th game?
No, I've got 2 more.
What do you mean 2
this
more?
One. Well, I've picked 3. I had Zelda, Street Fighter, and Castlevania 4.
Okay. This is your 4th game then?
Yes. Okay. So this is Kirby's Dream Course.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You got to be kidding. No,
you cannot.
Man.
No, this is my choice.
Oh.
Leave me alone.
Oh.
Don't be a bully. Come on.
I'm not being a bully, but Kirby is the killer of consoles. He is horrendous.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, he is.
No. There are at least 3 amazing Kirby games on the SNES. You've got Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby's Fun Pack, which is full of great Kirby games, and Kirby's Ghost Trap.
Good God.
But Kirby's Dream Course is just such a great mini golf game where you're slinging Kirby, you're controlling Kirby, he's bouncing around, he's collecting powers. It's sort of isometric 3D, which is amazing for a SNES game. I don't know how they pulled it off. It's so good.
I can't.
There's so much strategy involved.
I can't with you right now. I just can't.
It's got a single player campaign.
There are so many great games, and you put that high on the list?
Yeah, I love that game. It's one of the best SNES games, Bobby. Trust me.
You're making me cringe. This is a tough one. I have a lot of good games on this list.
I'm finding my next one quite hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I have a lot. I've got 6 games left on my list. And I've got, I think, 6 really good games. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go Final Fantasy 3.
Which is 6 in
which
everywhere
is
else.
6 if you if you don't know, it was 3 here. They went 1, 2 was actually 4, and 3 was 6 in the United States. It's a great game. It really is. I feel like it's the best Final Fantasy ever. I feel like it never really. It changed. When it went to Sony, 7 it kind of changed. I liked 7. I liked all the other. I liked 7. I liked 9. I liked 10. All that stuff. To me though, 3/6 was the best it got for me, and it just never ever went back to that greatness.
I really like 6. I've not played that much though.
Yeah.
I've only played maybe 6 or 7 hours of 6.
Wow.
So one day I would like to go back to it, and if it was on SNES Mini, then yeah, I'd definitely try and beat that game.
Yeah.
But I've played a lot more of Final Fantasy 4, and I actually prefer 4 over 6 at the moment.
No, 4 was a great storyline. It really was. I'm not taking anything from it. Just 6, the soundtrack, the battles, the final battle.
Yeah, the graphics as well in 6 are phenomenal.
6 was just the culmination of it all. But 4 was a really great game. Really, really great game. That's on my list too. I have it on my list too, but I just picked 3 to go. But
good choice.
Yeah. What's your last one?
So my last one, you're gonna freak out about this one. This box is a little bit tatty, but this is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Have you ever heard of this game?
Why?
This is an amazing multiplayer arcade game. This game is so fun. If you get a friend around,
it looks like Zombies Ate Your Box.
Yeah, this box is a bit tatty. What do you expect? It's an old game. But yeah, I just love how quirky this game is. It's got aliens in it. It's got vampires and werewolves. It's got giant mutant babies that squirt milk at you. You go around in a shopping center. You have lumberjacks that chase you. This game is just amazing. It's got like 100 levels in it, and it does get really hard as well. It's got a lot of like pop culture from movies and everything in it, and it's just a romp from start to finish.
Sean and I don't know exactly what episode it was, but when the NES Classic came out, Sean and I actually built a Super Nintendo list of 30 games that we would put on it and go forward. And I felt like the Super Nintendo has the greatest games ever. It has a great library. Yeah. And it was so hard to hit 30 because there's so many more beyond it that were great. And it was like, man, you're leaving all these phenomenal games off the list. Sadly, I don't think they're going to have 30 on it. I think it's going to be less than 30.
Yeah, unless they charge more money for it.
Yeah. But I think it's a disservice if it doesn't have 30 on it, honestly. It's crazy to think that... But do you think we're getting it? Because it's just rumors at this moment. Do you think we're going to get it?
Absolutely. I thought we were going to get it from the moment the NES Mini was announced. I think the first thing I said was, I can't wait for the SNES Mini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think we'll get it. I think it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth a little bit to think that like they shut down the NES Classic so quickly. And it makes me nervous for this one now. Because I'm
extremely nervous.
Yeah, because I think it's on people's radars now. People that didn't get the NES are going to go they're going to get rabid for this one. And I lucked into getting this. Although, in all fairness, we actually acquired 2 when the time came. But Tony didn't buy the second one. She let her friend at work buy it. She just walked into GameStop one day and they were willing to hold one for her, left her phone number. They called her. They were like, if you want it, come get it now. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. So she jumped up and ran and got it during Christmas. And then she sold it to her friend at work. But that's the thing. Like, this makes me a little nervous. It makes me nervous that this is, because to me, don't get me wrong, I like the NES Classic, but it's more of like just a novelty to me. I don't play it that much. The Super Nintendo Classic, I will play a lot more because those games, I love those games. That's my favorite console that Nintendo's ever done. I've always felt like it had the best games. It had the best number of games. It had just a phenomenal library. Like, Zelda, another Punch-Out on there. They had Metroid, all the great RPGs, man. Final Fantasy 2, 3, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, Earthbound. There was just really great RPGs.
Even the sports games are great on the
SNES.
SNES.
Man. There were so many sports games. Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball and Bases Loaded or Super Bases Loaded on there at the time. And like Wayne Gretzky Hockey was on there.
The hockey games are great.
Dude, the EA games, the EA hockey games were so much fun, dude.
And the wrestling games and Sensible Soccer, Super Soccer. Oh my god.
There were so many good games on it. It really was. And so when you look at it and you go, man, it would be awesome to like just have this thing. It's just, like I said, 30 games isn't enough. I would almost like them to do like 90,
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, something I heard this week, I was listening to the Nintendo Dad's podcast, and Zach Erickson said something that when he said it, I was like, man, I would be all for that. He's like, that's fine if they want to do like a Super Nintendo Mini. He's like, that's all well and good. He goes, but I would just like them to put out a cartridge for the Switch. And whatever 30 games they put on that, I could just buy the cartridge and play it on my Switch. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that idea. Like, so it gives people the option. Yeah.
Super Nintendo Collection,
Because that's the thing, like, when you think about it, right? Those 30 games that they put on the NES Classic, dude, they're $5 a pop on the eShop. Mm-hmm. They're $2 a pop on this thing. Like, when does the pricing get realistic for Nintendo Virtual Console? Like, $5 a game is a bit pricey, especially when you figure how many times have we bought these games already.
Yeah. And
it makes me not want to buy them again, honestly, as time goes on. Like, I don't know that I'll buy Super Mario Brothers again for the 80th time, It's going to be a hard sell for me, honestly, unless the pricing gets realistic. $2 a game? Yeah, I'll throw $2 a game at it, no problem. Because when you think about it, you're getting 5 games for $10 as compared to 2 games for $10. And that's the thing. When I can throw $10 on the eShop, right? And I can pick up 10 games. It's real easy for me to pick 10 games. When I have to go through that big list to pick 2 games, it makes it very difficult, and I don't like that decision. I walk away a lot of times. And I go, you know what, maybe I'll come back later at this. So, I don't know, I just think the pricing, you're talking about 30-year-old games. $5 a game is a little bit pricey. I would like to see Nintendo get better with the pricing, but I like that idea of like saying, like, hey, you weren't able to get a NES Classic, you got to switch, because honestly, this answers the question that you had about your brother. Because your brother's like, if they put out a Super Nintendo Classic, Murren might not buy a Switch. Yeah. He's interested in the Switch because he's interested in the eShop. But if he can get these 30 games and they're 30 great games for $60 or whatever it might be, he might just go that route. Well, if he can go buy the Switch, right? Buy a cartridge with 30 of those games already locked into it, and then later on, if he wants to buy other ones, he could buy other ones as well. That's the only downfall to the Classic. It's not ungradable. It's just at 30 and that's it. But I think the pricing needs to get, in the Virtual Console, gets a little better. So there's a rumor that Binding of Isaac is getting an Amiibo. You saw the image.
Yeah, they made a mock-up image of an Amiibo.
First off, what's your thoughts about a Binding of Isaac Amiibo?
I've never played that game, never really been interested in it. Mm-hmm. So obviously it must have a fan base because I've heard it's quite popular.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't know. It just doesn't interest me in the slightest.
The Amiibo don't.
Yeah, but I think it's good that more indies, might have the opportunity to make an amiibo, and I think that there probably is a fan base for that
Well,
game.
and that's what I was going to say next was what if you had your choice, what would you want to be the next amiibo to come from an indie?
I would love to see the ukulele characters as an amiibo.
Ukulele.
Yeah, because I think that as a 3D platformer and the way those characters are designed, I think that would be a perfect fit for an amiibo. You like the Pikmin one that's got multiple Pikmin characters and it's sort of quite layered.
Yeah.
And having two characters on the same base could look pretty cool, I think.
My original would have been Rusty, but they're not.
Or Piper.
Or Piper, yeah, but they're not doing those from Image form. I don't know how I feel about Dorothy. I got to play the game, I guess, to see how I feel about her as a character. Man, that's a tough one when I think about it. When I go back and think of it. I think I would like to see Zoink do something with Flipping Death. But what I'd really like to see one of is of Max from Mutant Mudds. I love that game, Mutant Mudds. I love that character. You know what I mean? Like, I think that character is really cool. I would like to see that if I had my choice of an indie game that got one.
Do you like the Shovel Knight amiibo?
No. It's too stiff. It's too boring. I felt like they could have done a better pose for him.
Do you feel like that 2D character translates to a 3D model well, or do you think it just looks a bit odd?
Oh, absolutely! I think it translates well because I've seen pictures of him in 3D form that is amazing. It looks phenomenal. The problem is, I think that pose is horrible. I think they could have done so many. Like, there's a picture of him like jabbing the shield, the shovel, and they could have done so much stuff, but him just standing there stiff was like, oh, really? That's it? That's the best you got? Like, come on, man. I feel like they could have done much better with him, really. I just wasn't happy with the overall.
They could bring, because they're bringing out all these expansions with Spectre Knight and Plague Knight. If they had amiibos for those characters as well, and they had like a little collection, then I think that'd be really cool.
Ganda Chris did a bunch of them. She did King Knight and then Plague Knight and all those different ones. And yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a Plague Knight, something like that. Like, because he's got a weird ability to do like crazy poses with his body and stuff. Like that would be cool because they could put him in a cool looking pose. I think Bloodstained would be a good character. The new Castlevania-esque one. I think that would be a good one to have for Flipping Death. I think I would love to, but I really would have preferred Zombie Vikings because I felt like those characters really could have been considered like iconic characters from an Amiibo standpoint. I loved Kakal. Like, she was a great character in that game. So that they just had some really cool looking things. It'd be kind of cool. Let's see, would it be like 2D or would it be 3D? You know what I mean? That would be kind of neat.
To me, these Zombie Viking characters are quite macabre. Like, they've got very, because they're like zombies, basically. I think as an Amiibo, would they sell as well because they're not cute? They're not a cute character. So would that put, like, parents off buying them for their children or whatever?
Stop it.
I'm just thinking, sorry, this isn't If We Ran Nintendo.
Exactly.
I should be thinking from a business point of view.
Yeah, I'll think from a business point of view. This isn't... Last week you were on If We Ran Nintendo. This week it's the Geekcast. I don't know. I think that but the other thing too is like, what do you do with the Amiibo? Like, I like what Shovel Knight did with it. Like, there was a nice little touch of how they handled it. That's the big thing. Like, what do you do? How do you bring it in? How does it work? Because it's got to have something that does. It's got to do something. I did tweet at Image Inform after after I saw the Binding of Isaac one, I'm like, you're next. And they basically said, like, from a financial point, it just doesn't make sense right now. And a lot of it is because you are eating the costs. Like, Nintendo's not making it for you. You have to go get the toy developer and all that stuff and do it. And it's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. So
yeah, making games is hard financially.
That's
like,
the thing.
To take on a risk of something like that as well.
Of a toy that might not sell.
Yeah.
That's tough. So that is all. Thank you guys for listening to us. iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, all that good stuff. Be sure to check out the Zelda spoiler cast that's going to go up. I think you guys will all enjoy that. That'll be a lot of fun. Next week, we're going to have Alan Paxton on. The week after that, we're going to have Chris White. But Toby will not be here for that episode because I will be working holiday production and we're not going to have an episode. So I'm going to record an extra episode with Chris and we'll put that in the chamber.
Yeah, you can have a break from me for a week.
Yeah.
I'll go into hiding, go hibernate.
Yeah, we need that. So, you can follow us, podcast, Twitter, at @the_geekcastpod. Follow Toby, at Toby's_take. Myself, at Nintendo Gurus. Peace out, Cub Scout.
Ciao.
Well, that was real anticlimactic over there.
Ciao. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, Lord. You are a mess.